What's up? Oh shit, I think the door is ringing.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. Fuck. Okay, so Maria just stormed into the room and aggressively whipped.
Fuck you.
Don't tell our audience. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We're gonna lose our audience before we even have one. What are you doing here?
Hello, Chris. It is I, Epic Maria, and I think about death at least 7 times a day.
What's up? My name's Aaron, and I just got my wisdom teeth out. I'm in pain.
And I am, but in existential pain. So, the other day I was minding my own business, like I usually do. But then YouTube recommended me some video about some TrueScum YouTuber called Calvin Gara. And after reading the title and seeing that he was about to trash talk about our Lord and Savior Bex, we had to do this reaction video.
Oh,
He
shit.
tagged along because I live in his house, so also he's my best friend.
Aww.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
So fuck you.
I haven't seen this video at all. You've seen some of it.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's react to some trash.
I'm here and welcome back to my channel where today I am here making a video that I don't want to make. I really don't. Okay.
Then don't make it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Nobody needs your opinion. We don't need transphobes like you just running around telling everybody to fuck off. Okay, how about you read a book? Or you learn a new language?
If you're sitting there debating the fact on whether or not you want to make a video, then don't do it. Like, alright, anyway. Continue making the video that you hate making.
Don't, okay? I told myself, hey Calvin, listen, you're getting a lot of fucking hate. A lot of people fucking hate you.
We don't
That
hate
language.
you. We don't. I'm about to use way language way worse than that, honey. But okay, motherfucker. We don't fucking hate you. We hate Donald Trump, and we hate the Chinese president, but we don't hate you because you're not relevant enough.
We don't hate you, Calvin.
You have other content to make than videos about why you hate the trans community, and then I'm literally making a video called Why I Hate the Trans Community because all these people the past couple days have been messaging me and sending me this story from some actor named Bex. Is that their name? Bex? I don't fucking know. It's some like voice actor. And I was like, okay, everyone's sending this to me. They probably just said something fucking dumb. It's probably someone who is irrelevant.
Like you.
And so I go to this individual's Instagram page, and I come to find out that this person has almost 500,000 followers.
Maybe consider the fact that they got all those followers and fans because they're great at their job and they have something to offer. They can make good content. while you just divide the queer community and pretend to have actual comment and content that it's, you know, worthy of my time.
And apparently his own. He can't even make videos that he likes.
So like 40 seconds in the video, I became so uninterested that I had to go make myself noodles.
Hold on, my mom's calling me.
Oh, your mom's calling.
Hello? What's up, sluts? We got noodles. What? So you can tell our audience to fuck off, but I can't call them sluts? Alright. Anyway.
And that's when I determined that this video needed to be made. Because I watched the story in question, the one that everyone was sending to me. Of course, I thought it was just gonna be your typical, you don't need dysphoria to be trans. Like, you just don't, you know, like, if someone says they're trans, they're trans.
I'm Calvin. Look at me in my striped shirt.
Okay,
Oh my god.
if you need to make a funny voice or like a funny voice to like disprove somebody's argument, then your argument is not good.
You don't need dysphoria to be trans. Like,
Which, first of all, is just flawed in and of itself. Just because somebody says that they have depression doesn't mean they have depression.
I mean, that is true.
Oh, just because somebody says that they have literally anything. Like, literally, if I told somebody that I was Asian.
There's a big difference between race and gender.
Completely two different things. There's science behind race, there's biology, there's physical factors. I do not look the same as he does at all, and I wouldn't want to. I mean, gender is best described as a bunch of made-up rules and regulations that this Eurocentric society has put together and shoved up far up our asses. Forcefully.
Way up there.
I need you, Morty, I need you
Morty, I need to shove those gender roles way up your butt.
And I'm gonna need you to put them way up inside your butthole, Morty.
My butt?
Put them way up inside there, as far as they can fit.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Rick is pansexual. Fuck you.
And they say, you're gatekeeping. And I'm like, but why do we want to allow people into the trans community who aren't actually experiencing the thing that brought us together, the oppression?
Non-binary people, just like any other kind of trans people, they experience oppression all day, every day, and you're one of the oppressors, Calvin. You're an oppressive transphobe, and you need to stop, because you're annoying.
The gender dysphoria, those feelings that we all have, why would we just let literally anybody in? It's like, why would you literally let anybody into any community of people? You know what I mean? It's just flawed and so, like, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. And that's, like, what I hate about the trans community is that everything in the fucking trans community is based on feeling.
No,
Everything is based on...
no, it's just not.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Okay. It is based on facts.
Oh no, look
Like-
at me, I'm a transphobe and I got my feelings hurt.
Like the fact that non-binary people and trans people, just trans people overall, keep getting killed in developing countries. The fact that those who are not killed struggle finding a job because they're queer. And the fact that non-binary people have existed since the beginning of human civilization. So, you're wrong?
I don't even know. They want to be special. They want to turn trans and, like, the trans community into this, like, political statement of, like, Republicans suck, they hurt everyone's feelings.
But it's not, though. We didn't try to make us a political statement. It was people like you, Calvin, who came into our homes, slapped us in the face, and then made our existence illegal. And so, politicizing the fact that I don't like identifying as a girl or whatever. You made it political. People like you made it political. We didn't wake up one day and say, hey, you know what would be really cool?
You know what would be great if the government hated me?
would be really cool if the government hated
It's
me.
not enough that my family hates me. Why not make the government hate me?
It's not enough that my family hates me or that I hate how myself or how I dress or like how society perceives me. It's not enough that, you know, life sucks. I also want the government to hate me. Because, I mean, I'm already brown, and it's way too easy to be brown. So let's also be queer.
You don't have to be a Republican to, like, view it in a medical way, and to view gender dysphoria in a medical way, and to view it as, like, a community of people who are, you know, dealing with a condition.
We're a condition.
So here's the thing, though. Calvin. The World Health Organization announced that in its newly released edition of like the classification of diseases, the international one, the not like being trans is not like a sexual health condition. Being trans is no longer classified as a mental disorder.
It's just a thing. We're not sick. We don't have a disorder or a condition.
But this is where we get into what Bex said. And so, obviously, I don't know Bex. I don't know what they do, really. I know they've been... I mean, let me just fucking Google their name. Well, the first thing I see is actress. Maybe they should at least change that to actor. Scream, Voltron. Okay, yeah, so this person has been in a lot of things, okay? It's not just some random SJW I picked off the streets of DC like Brennan, okay? This is somebody who reaches a lot of people, and this is somebody that I heavily disagree with. And not to be a dick, okay? I am somebody who has gone through medically transitioning. I'm somebody who has completely gone from one gender binary to the other. Bex has not physically transitioned at all. The farthest that they've gone when it comes to transitioning is name pronouns. They go by they, and their name is Bex.
You don't have to physically transition to be trans. There's so many people who are trans who can't physically transition because of the country they're living in, the family they live with, or their financial status that can't transition and will not transition.
And some people don't want to.
Yeah. I don't have to hate my body to realize that gender is a piece of trash.
Friend James told me that they play female roles in certain movies. Aside from the fact that you would think that somebody who is either non-binary or trans would be really uncomfortable playing a female role.
If I was an actor and I had to play a role of a woman, I would be very uncomfortable. But take this into consideration. There's no non-binary representation in like Hollywood or like important media, and there's also no there's very little trans representation in media as well. So what do you expect them to do?
I mean, we take what we can get. I mean, as long as we can get like on a TV show or a movie or anything.
I'm not sitting here trying to police Bex.
Whoa, are you looking for a police badge? I don't got one. Oh, you don't experience the same stuff as us. Oh, you're not really. Oh, but I'm not policing.
I'm sitting here trying to police what they have said that is just fucking
Watch your profanity.
okay? Don't tell me not to say that word. Literally, I hate when people say that. I who cares?
Let me see who cares.
Literally everyone.
Literally everyone with a disability, especially people with a intellectual disability. The National Registry of like things that go on in the United States has said that this final rule adopts without change the notice of proposed rulemaking we published in the Federal Register on January 28, 2013. We are replacing the term mental
R slur.
R-slur with intellectual disability in our listing of impairments that we use to evaluate claims and whatever. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
The Congress made it illegal for a medical professional to use that word on a patient you cannot use it either. Shut the hell up.
Okay, the trans community is so politically correct all the time. I'm not literally I've never in my life called a mentally disabled person retarded.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Ugh, I'm having a physical reaction to that. He's just using that word.
Here's the thing. You don't have to call somebody with a intellectual disability the R slur to be ableist or to do something horrible. You just have to, one, say it, and what you just did, you said it to put down the person you were using it against.
That was disgusting.
Just gonna take a minute to say this. Yes, I do get dysphoric periodically. But no, you don't need dysphoria to be trans.
I literally hate that. I don't understand how you can be somebody who gets dysphoria and then say, oh yeah, they don't experience dysphoria, they can still be in the trans community. I don't get that.
You don't get it.
Here's the thing, Calvin. You don't have to get it. Just like they don't have to get it. They understand that people have different experiences. Everybody doesn't have to have the same experience or do everything the exact same way. You can be different than other people, Calvin.
Here's the thing, Calvin. We understand that gender and sex are not binary and that they are not black and white. So stop trying to make everybody who identifies as trans to be just like you and getting everybody who's not like you away from the community.
We'll continue watching.
Nope. Still don't need dysphoria to be trans.
Yup, you do need dysphoria to be trans. Literally, I'm not even. People are always like, don't say shut the fuck up. Like, you're so mean. Like, I'm gonna say it. Shut the fuck up.
Calvin. Shut the fuck up.
Calvin, shut the fuck up.
Telling me that I'm hurting the trans community. You can just run the fuck away.
You can run, bitch, you can run the fuck away. Oh my god, run the fuck away off TV and on Instagram.
You can run the fuck away.
Like, that makes me so irritated. Who are you? Who are you to say you have not transitioned at all? Like, I understand you transition your name and your pronouns, okay? It's like,
Who are you to be policing everybody else? Just because their experience doesn't match your experience.
I'm scared.
you don't fully understand. So, first of all, I don't like that they're speaking for the trans community, trying to say that this, that, and the other. When there's, like, honestly, I feel like not needing dysphoria to be trans, I feel like that's an unpopular opinion nowadays. So, like, don't try to tell people, like, no. A lot of the people who think that you need dysphoria to be trans don't talk about it because they're, like, older trans people who have been through transition and, like, know what the hardships and, like, struggle is of being trans. And again, I'm not trying to say you're not trans, I'm not trying to say you don't struggle, I'm not trying to say all that, but you just haven't really transitioned, and not even just, like, medically, but, like...
Here's the thing that you've been saying this whole entire video and all your other videos is that if you don't transition and you don't try to pass, you're not trans. So make up your mind.
If you're telling me I'm harming the queer community, the trans community, you're wrong. The thing that harms the trans community is trans people telling other trans people how to be trans, telling trans people.
Exactly. Begs. Mwah. Delicious person we got in our hands.
I'm literally not wrong. I'm telling you that you have to have dysphoria to be trans, because if you don't have dysphoria to be trans, what is that? How many times do I have to say this? Like, how many videos do I have to make where I literally say you have to have dysphoria to be? How many people's videos do I need to link to you right now?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Doesn't matter how many times you say something. Doesn't make it correct. You can't shout it louder and make yourself more correct.
Now, on the topic of, like, trans-trenders or any of that bullshit.
The transgender argument is the easiest one for me to, like, say you're just fucking wrong.
Here's the thing, though. My personal problem with the word and the concept of transgender is that being trans didn't just become trendy out of nowhere. You see, non-binary identities and trans people have existed for millennia. And just because now we have better communication and better ways for trans people to exist in the public eye does not mean that it has become trendy. We don't do this because we want to be trendy. Again, we don't wake up one morning and say, you know what would be really cool? Today, after I eat my cereal, I would like for the government to hate me. It would be really cool if I were to like go outside and get beat up and then get fired for behaving in a way.
It's not like you woke up one morning and was like, you know what I'd really like? To be hated a little bit more. Because maybe we'll get more views on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Because there are straight up people that will tell you, like, in the past, as, like, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, and people who are, like, my age now, I've literally met people that said, yeah, at the time, I did say I was trans, because I didn't like my body, and I wanted to, like, fit in. Like, literally, there are people that will straight up, I've literally met people that told me that. They said that I was a transgender. So, how are you gonna sit here and say that it's not a thing when there's literally people saying that they...
Here's the thing, there's a difference between somebody who was questioning their gender and then decided to just be cis, and you saying that there is people who identify as a gender and a sex that they weren't given whenever they were born, just because they wanted to get likes or to be part of a community.
Uncomfortable in the body they've been given, but they are comfortable identifying as a different gender, including non-binary gender.
Non-binary gender. Okay, listen up. My question is, how are you gonna just be like, they're not uncomfortable with their body, but they're gonna identify with a different, like, what's the point? What's the point of doing it if you don't have dysphoria? There's absolutely no point to doing that.
And they are just as valid as any other trans person.
No one said they
Do
weren't.
me a favor. Stop commenting on my photos saying you are disappointed in me for saying these things.
I am disappointed. I'm actually disappointed. I don't even know Bex, okay? I don't know you at all. I'm disappointed that you, as somebody with a huge fucking platform, are gonna sit here.
You are doing what you say that makes you disappointed in Bex, because you're also somebody with a huge fucking platform just spreading hate and lies and transphobia in the viewpoint of a binary trans. So you don't get to say I'm disappointed in Bex for using their platform in a way that harms the community when you are using your platform in a way that harms the trans community.
You don't understand how harmful that is, not just to the trans community, but to like other, to like kids that like don't like their body, or kids that like don't like who they are. That tells them, oh, maybe I'll like myself better if I transition.
Oh, the children. Oh, the children.
Oh, the children. Here's the thing though. He's not saying that if you don't like who you are, being trans is the answer. He never said anything like that. He just said, if you identify with a gender that wasn't just shoved up your ass whenever you were born, you are trans. But his whole argument, goddamn.
I know I'm right.
You're wrong.
And the people who matter know that I'm right.
You're very wrong. You're actually the most wrong that you could be. You are that. You are like the most wrong.
Are you quite sure about that? Because I've heard some pretty stupid things being said on the internet. I'm pretty sure you can be a lot more wrong than having a valid point.
So if you want to be on the wrong side of history, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I want to be on the wrong side of history, bitch. I am on the trans side of history that wants to be recognized that I overcame a serious mental problem. Like, I really overcame being born in the wrong body, dude. Like, I straight up was born in the wrong body and I fucking helped myself. I just, like, overcame that. That's the side of history that I want to be on. That I had an issue and I acknowledged that I had an issue and I fucking fixed it and I risked everything to fix it.
What was your point? You just took your dick out and measured it and told everybody your dick size without making a point.
Look at me, I overcame great odds. Okay, well, good for you. Like, what does that prove?
What is it? Why is you overcoming great odds? What does that invalidate me overcoming my great odds?
I'm valid. For those of you who are telling me I'm not,
I hate that. It's not that they said that they were valid or whatever, like, cool, you're fucking valid, awesome. Good for you, I guess. Nobody said you weren't. But it's the fact that she went like this. Like, that's the most white people version of, like, doing the middle finger, like, oh, yeah, let me just take... That's the most, like, triggered way to do it. Like, dude, stick your thumb out. If you want to look like a badass, you gotta stick your fucking thumb out. Fuck you. You're wrong.
Fuck you. You're wrong. So...
Oh no, this person I don't like didn't do the middle finger right.
So now you're policing also how we do the middle finger? Also, you're calling the person that, oh, they're so white. Look at yourself. Calvin. Am I white?
If you are trans and you shame another trans person for not living out their transness in the same way you do, that's ignorant, rude,
And mildly transphobic. Do you even know what the definition of, like, how many times do I have to literally pull up the definition of transphobia? Anyways, I'm gonna end up this video here. Bex, shut up. Literally get off of the fucking internet, okay?
You can't tell... I mean, you can tell Nazis to shut up and get off the internet.
Because they're literally trying to kill people.
But you can't tell somebody who, first off, is not wrong, and second, you don't agree with to get off the internet.
It's called violation of free speech.
Because, goddamn, the internet doesn't belong to you, and it doesn't belong to transphobes, and it doesn't belong to anyone. The internet is mine, and his, and Bex's, and it belongs to that homeless guy behind Walmart. Okay? It belongs to everyone. So you shut up.
But yeah, thank you for watching. Bex, I'm not trying to send you any hate. I'm not trying to be rude to you personally. I'm trying to say that you just sound stupid.
Oh, I'm not trying to send you hate, but fuck you, get off the internet.
I'm not trying to send you any hate, but fuck you. You do this wrong. You have no valid points. You should not be calling those people trans. You should go off the internet and get off Instagram and get off movies and. But I don't hate you. I'm okay with you. You're so contradicting.
I'm stupid, and you really...
I'm not trying to be rude to you personally. I just think you sound stupid and should get off the internet and never speak again.
Peace out. I love your face, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay, so bottom line, Calvin Guerra is harmful for the queer community and he is wrong. You can't say the R slur if you do not have any intellectual disability, and you do not need the disorder otherwise known as gender dysphoria to be trans. You just need to have some sort of discomfort with the gender that you were given and then choose another gender to be trans. That's literally all you need. Do epic things. Be epic. Have an epic epoch.
Don't hate, masturbate.
I hate you.
You wish.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Get out of my swamp.